Hi and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really well. I'm so excited to make today's video because today's video is a celebration video. Woo! I am celebrating 5 years in the US. I don't know where time has gone. The time flew by very quickly. I think they say time flies by when you're having fun, so I guess that's what it is. In case you're not familiar with my story, let me give you a quick version. I was born in Germany, grew up in Nigeria, went back to Germany, went to college in Germany, started working in Germany, and moved to the US 5 years ago. That's a quick version. As this 5th anniversary was approaching, I started thinking of different things that I could do to celebrate my time here. When I think about the past 5 years, I'm filled with gratitude. I'm so grateful for all the experiences that I've had, all the things that I've learned, all the amazing, amazing, amazing people I've met on my journey. In celebration, I'm going to share 10 things that I now do after 5 years of living in the US. The first one is being bold to share my passion. It's interesting because growing up and spending a lot of time in Germany, I was used to talking to people about more serious stuff. And I felt like talking about your passion or talking about your dreams was not something that you did with people. Mainly we talked about work, we talked about serious parts of life, but I was not comfortable sharing my passion and my dreams openly with people. This has definitely changed since I moved to the US. So, hearing other people talk about their dreams and talk about their passions really helped me a lot. And they are topics that you definitely want to share with people and talk about. Number 2, talking to strangers. Initially, when I moved to the US, I was always minding my own business, only talking to people that I knew. I was very serious when I was walking on the streets. And I always used to wonder, like, why are people talking to me? Like, what? They don't know me. Like, why are they talking to me? It's mainly because in Germany, people don't just walk up to you and talk to you. So I was not expecting it. When I moved here to California, because I think it might just be a California thing, people were talking to me everywhere. Like, people will tell me, oh, I like your hair. Oh, I like your dress. Oh, where did you get this from? Oh, where did you get that from? And I'm like, wow, people are also open here. Moving on to number 3. Observing people. Before I moved to the US, I was very keen to know the people that were around me, but I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about the wider circle and people that I interact with indirectly on a daily basis. And this has really changed. Now I'm very aware of people's feelings. I'm very aware of what's happening with other people around me, even if it doesn't impact me directly. The 4th thing that changed was me getting used to the fact that not so many people will call me Marie-Christin. Before I moved to the US, there was no problem with people calling me Marie-Christin. When I met new people and I introduced myself as Marie-Christin, they were like, okay, cool, nice name, Marie-Christin. And they called me Marie-Christin. And then when I moved to the US, I meet people and I introduce myself as Marie-Christin. And then they'll ask me, do you go by Marie or do you go by Christine? At the beginning, I kept saying, I go by Marie-Christin. Like, it's 2 names, it's hyphenated. Now I introduce myself as Marie-Christin, and depending on how often I have to interact with the person, I also say, and I go by MC. Unbelievable. Years ago, I'd be like, no, call me my full name. Number 5, talking about myself more. This has been a growth. This has been an area of my life where I've seen extreme growth. I always thought, what do I say about myself? Do people actually care? Like, why would you be talking about yourself? That's not nice. And then I started seeing the value in sharing your story and your journey with other people. Now I find it much easier to talk about myself, my success, my career, my passions, and help the other people understand what I really care about. Number 6, and this one is a fun one. It is changing my entertainment preferences. I had to say it's so complicated to say changing what I watch on TV. Even alone, I got to choose everything that I watched. So it's a combination of moving to the US, having different shows, and living with a partner who watches different things as well. Number 7, following the news. I do not think I've ever watched as much news coverage as I have now. I don't think I've ever read as many news articles as I have. I don't think I ever paid so much attention to the news as I have in the last 5 years. Number 8, getting more personal with the people at work. Now in the US, I expect to be asked the question, what are you doing over the weekend? And people expect a detailed answer. And actually, now I've learned to respond to the question and also ask people, what did you do last weekend? What are you planning to do this weekend? How's your family? I really like this one because I feel like I learned so much about my coworkers when they tell me about their weekend plans. Number 9, watching more sports. And I'm still amazed about how many sport activities there are here in the US. Sports is a huge aspect of life in the US, and without even knowing, I now pay more attention to sports. And the 10th and final thing that has changed since I moved here to the US is the way I talk. For some context, I grew up speaking English. So this was not the first time I was living in a country where I spoke English. However, my vocabulary has changed and my accent has changed. Two of the words that I use very often now are amazing and awesome. I've learned so much about myself in the last 5 years and I am very grateful. I'm looking forward to all the other lessons that I'll be learning on this amazing journey. I would like to hear your story. How have you changed since you moved to a new city or a new country? Thank you so much for watching this video. But before I go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with all the amazing people in your network. Thank you so much for celebrating 5 years in the US with me. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.